Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of GoSell Weekly. My name is Sean and I'm from GoSell.ca. In this channel, we talk about sales, B2B cold outreach, and lead generation. In today's video, we will be talking about top 5 things that you can do to improve your cold outreach, or top 5 cold outreach tips is what I've decided to make a title on this video. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing is the correct ICP. The tip number one that I can give you is you have to make sure that you're reaching out to the right ICP. And I know you guys are not stupid. You know your ICP, okay? But if your ICP, if you're, the target market that you want to reach out to, if it's in thousands, and of course you want to reach out to all of them, I get that. But think creatively, think outside the box. Think about who you should be reaching out first, okay? Because if you're reaching out to the most important person at the end, guess what's going to happen? It's just going to cost you a lot of money, and you might just get demotivated, and it might just not work out at all because you just get tired and you're like, yeah, cold outreach doesn't work. So you have to be extremely cautious. You have to pay attention to this. I cannot stress enough. This is extremely important. I'll give you an example here. If you are a tech startup, like a SaaS company, and your target market is accountants, okay? Now, you've decided that you want to reach out to every single accountant who works for a company with 20 plus employees in the United States, and that's my ICP. Perfect. No problem. But if you just think about it a little differently, that yeah, you want to reach out to them, but the accountants who are new to the role, who are in a new company, they might not bring their own tools that they used to use in their previous company to this new company. And because they're new to the role, they're new to this company, they are probably looking for the tools more than an accountant who has been working in a company for 10 years, right? Just an example. And if that's the case, if you agree with me here, then of course you want to reach out to every single accountant, sure. But reach out to those accountants that are new to the role first. Why? Because the chances of them replying or the chances of them being interested would be a lot higher. Okay, I'll give you a real example. GoSell.ca, as I mentioned, we do B2B lead gen and appointment setting, right? So what we do, we go to LinkedIn Jobs and we see if a company, especially smaller company, and if they're looking for SDRs like sales development reps or business development reps, and they don't have a rep right now, that means they don't have a rep and they need somebody to do the outreach. We reach out to them. Like my goal, obviously, I want to reach out to every single CEO out there in the world, right? But hey, that would take me years to do it. That would cost me a lot of money. So I might as well pick and choose within my ICP that who are the people that I should be reaching out first. This is what I mean by correct ICP. When people say ICP, yeah, I just want to reach out to CEOs of e-commerce companies in the US. Sure, we can do that, but hey, there's like 500,000 of them, it's really difficult. Volume is not easy. Volume means, of course, volume is important, and it's actually one of my tips, in the slide. But hey, you want to pick and choose, and you want to make sure that you're reaching out to the right person first. This is what I mean by correct ICP. Okay, so do that. The other thing is deliverability, and this is only for cold email. It doesn't matter how good you are, how good your ICP is, how good your offer is. Maybe the guy needs your service, but if it's going to a spam folder, everything is going to collapse. So you have to pay attention. A few things, and by the way, there's another video about email deliverability. I'm just going to leave a link in the description, or just shoot me a message, sean@gosell.ca, or leave a comment and I'll just send you whatever. So email deliverability in a nutshell. So when you send out an email, it can go to spam. And email deliverability is all about mitigating that risk and making sure the majority of the emails do not go to spam and they go to the primary inbox. You have to purchase secondary domains. You have to configure. You have to make sure that DKIM, DMARC, and SPF records are configured. You have to make sure that they're warmed up. Two tools that we are using right now. This is not a promoted or sponsored videos or anything. We use Instantly and we use Smart Lead. So use that to warm up. Use tons of A/B testing. Use spin text variables. What is spin text variable? Just watch that video because it's a little complicated. Um, yeah, I mean, validate the emails. That's another thing that we recommend, like for sure. You just cannot play with it. You have to do it. Make sure that the emails that you're reaching out to, that they are valid. They exist. You don't want to reach out to emails that are wrong because it's going to bounce and it's going to just tank your deliverability. So deliverability is extremely important. Just I would say one of the most important things in cold outreach space. You have to make sure that the emails are going to the people that you should be reaching out, because otherwise it's just not going to work out for you. Okay. The third thing is copy. If your email is like 5 paragraphs, talking about how great you are and how amazing your company is, even if it's a right fit, no one's gonna read it. I always say it's the TikTok age. It's the YouTube Shorts age. There's a reason YouTube, has YouTube Shorts now. There's a reason. Why? Because the attention span is extremely low. It's all-time low. People are busy. People don't want to read another cold email. People don't want to get another cold call. They just don't. So I think there was a research done by, I think, HubSpot or something, which I think was 60, 80, 70%, something like that, of the people they want to buy by doing research online without even talking to a rep. You know, they just want to avoid reps. And if you're doing cold outreach, think about it. You have to write short copy. In my company, GoSell.ca, we do one sentence to two sentences max. A lot of our companies, and we close tons of leads, tons of lead from just one email, like one sentence, one liners. Hey, this is what we do, this is what I can get you, would you be interested? That's it. And they can just say yes or no. If they're interested, they might reply, and then you can of course share details and talk more and whatnot. But you don't want to sound like an essay to them. So copy, and of course it has to be relevant. So copy is extremely important. And volume, as I mentioned, of course, you want to make sure that it's targeted. You want to make sure that the copy is good. You want to make sure that the ICP is targeted, and you want to reach out to the person you think that they fit in your ideal client profile, the ICP. But at the end of the day, volume matters. If you reach out to 500 people versus you reach out to 50,000 people, the one who's going to be reaching out to 50,000 people, provided the deliverability is there, the ICP list, the list is good, everything else is good, the guy who's doing 50,000 is definitely going to beat you for sure, 100%. So volume is important. I get a lot of requests. Hey, can we reach out to 500 people? I'm like, sure, we can do it, no problem. Who's your target market? Any CEO. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I mean, 500 people, just do it yourself. Why do you want to hire us? So I mean, we can do it, and we do it. And hey, don't get me wrong, because we are good at it. We've been doing it for so long. We can do things here and there. Usually with the ICP, we find that person who's interested. We write really good copy and make sure that we get something out of it. But hey, if it's just 500 people, it might not work. It may work if it's a targeted industry. For example, if your target market is only 500, or if it's like 2,000 in the world, then sure. But if your target market is like 500,000 people, and if you think reaching out to 500 people would help, I don't think so. So volume is extremely important. The last tip that I can give you, and I cannot stress enough, is social proof. Okay, I always say, and I've said that in the series in GoSell Weekly, that hey, there's a reason I'm recording this video, and one of them is because I want to build my social proof. So here's the thing: when you do cold outreach, you're reaching out to somebody who's a complete stranger, right? When they get an email from you, and if they're slightly interested, what's the second thing they would do instead of replying to you? Obviously, they would go to your website. They would go to your LinkedIn, like your personal LinkedIn or your Twitter or your social media, or they would just Google your name or your company's name, right? And if nothing is showing up, you just don't have any social presence at all, they would have hard time trusting you. People buy from people. They want to see you ahead of the meeting. They want to see who this person is, if it's real, especially if there's a video like this. Now they know everything about you. It just makes it much easier for them to trust you. It's all about building that trust and then build that relationship out of it. So if you have that, and trust, I don't mean just start posting your pictures on Instagram. No, don't do that. I mean, you can do it. It's your business. It's your life. But I'm talking about B2B cold outreach now. It has to be B2B relevant as well, right? So content, maybe do like YouTube channel, maybe do like social, like Instagram for business and post there. LinkedIn, if you're using LinkedIn especially to do the outreach, your LinkedIn must have content. Okay, like do photos, do reviews, do case studies, things like that. Just post content, and slowly you will realize that you're actually getting good at it day by day by day. So don't expect to be the best content creator ever. Don't spend a lot of money on it. You don't need like fancy lights or anything. I'm using a $20 webcam right now, trust me. So just do that. Just have social proof, because it's going to help you for sure. And people usually ignore it, and I ignored it, and I paid the price. I don't want you to do it. It's extremely important. Post a lot of content. Make sure that anyone who Googles you can find you easily, either you or your company, both. So that's extremely important. If you think a lot of, if you have any questions, reach out to me, obviously, Sean@GoSell.ca. And if you think a lot of this it doesn't make sense, or if you have any questions, any clarifications, just reach out, Sean@GoSell.ca, or feel free to comment below. And if you are a company who need more leads and more sales and any of that I discussed, I actually do this. We do this. So just feel free to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Thank you and have a wonderful day.